There's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know.
President Trump back in the White House tonight after being discharged from the hospital. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Stark.
I'm Samantha Jones. The president's own doctors admit tonight he's not out of the woods just yet. The virus is still spreading through the White House. At least 13 people have tested positive over the last few days, including Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany today. News 4's Alexis Zotos is live with more of the new message from the president tonight.
Alexis is live at SLU Hospital in Midtown. Alexis, his words are bringing concern, even anger.
That's right, Corey. Now, just like the president, 6,500 COVID-19 patients have been released from St. Louis area hospitals over the course of this pandemic. But as we know, hundreds were not so lucky. They never recovered. And there is one St. Louis woman who is making it her job to ensure each of those people is remembered as more than just a statistic. President Donald Trump walked out of Walter Reed this evening after 3 days of treatment for COVID-19. He wore a mask and flashed a thumbs up at the camera. When he arrived at the White House, he removed his mask and stood for a photo opportunity and released this video.
I learned so much about coronavirus, and one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to beat it.
Right now, more than 210,000 Americans did not beat it and have lost their lives due to COVID-19.
I thought, what a slap in the face to all of those families.
Jessica Murray has been documenting the lives lost locally on stlouiscovidmemorial.com.
I go through the obituaries every Sunday for a few hours.
56-year-old veteran Reginald Gladney, 71-year-old Sharon Adams, 44-year-old Jennifer Anderson David, a nurse at a senior care center, 83-year-old Robert Elsperman, 71-year-old Lieutenant Colonel Gregory Hawkins, just to name a few. Right now, 245 confirmed COVID-19 patients are being treated at St. Louis area hospitals fighting this virus.
We have the best medical equipment, we have the best medicines, all developed recently. And you're going to beat it.
Dr. Alex Garza, the St. Louis Metropolitan Task Force, says one of the medicines the president received, remdesivir, but he also got experimental care, unattainable by most Americans.
Obviously, steroids patients have received as well, and that's a pretty common drug. Some of the other things, not so much. So the monoclonal antibodies, that's still an experimental. It hasn't gone through all of the different phases, and so that's something that not everybody would have access to unless you were involved in a clinical trial. It seems like he got quite a number of different treatments in order to impact the virus's effect on his body.
Dr. Garza did have some good news about local hospitalization numbers. While we did see record numbers last week in Missouri, those numbers are now trending downward. He says we are still seeing a lot of those hospitalizations here in St. Louis coming from the more rural areas where case numbers are still on the rise. Reporting live, Alexis Zotos, News 4.